Good evening and a very warm welcome to Television Tonga's news bulletin for tonight. Making headlines, President of Tonga Breast Cancer Society Honourable Fadafehi Olapaha Tuita Filipe thanked the public and stakeholders for all their support throughout the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Tonga's robust law prepared to tackle criminal activities across its borders, and Aopanolo Technical College receives donation from the New Zealand government. These and more stories later on in this bulletin. Here's the news for tonight. The Breast Cancer Awareness Month ends today. President of Tonga Breast Cancer Society, Honourable Fadafehi Olapaha Tuita Filipe, thanked the public and stakeholders for all their support throughout the month. Anastiu Falicano with the details.
The theme for this year's awareness program is Let's Talk. The President of Tonga Breast Cancer Society, Honourable Fadafehi Olapaha Tuita Filipe, thanked the nation for their cooperation, saying that all the effort made by the people of Tonga made this month's program possible. We are reaching the end of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It has been 3 years since I have been elected president of this society, and I'm proud to be part of it. It has been a great honor socializing with the people and making the effort to save lives of others. Not only that, I also wish to thank the media and the government for their help and support. Meanwhile, Digicel Tonga this morning took part in supporting the breast cancer awareness program by donating a cheque of 1,000 pa'anga to the Cancer Society.
We thought we'd do something different and really get engaged. So I tasked our team to see what innovative initiatives they can put together, and the culmination or the result of that is that we've raised $1,000. So a couple of things we've done is we've donated one pa'anga for every handset that we've sold this month, and also we've got the team who are here eating cupcakes, and we've had cupcakes every Friday. The team come in here dressed in pink, and we've collected the money, and we've donated $1,000 today to the Breast Cancer Foundation.
Meantime, the Secretary-Treasurer of the Tonga Breast Cancer Society, Christine Uta'atu, thanked the Digicel Tonga for the effort.
It's really a great contribution to our cause. We have been fundraising all month, and one of the main reasons we're doing that is so that we could continue our TV and radio shows. We have talkback radio where doctors and survivors are talking to people. And the good thing about radio is the whole kingdom gets to hear about it.
Programs conducted during the Pink Month includes the Pasikala Nuk Alafa, Walk for Health and others. For Television Tonga News, I'm Anastiu Falekaonu.
Despite the fact that there are hardly any criminal activities across Tonga's borders, but the government has put in place robust laws to tackle such problem. This is according to the Attorney General Neil Ansett in an interview with Television Tonga News this morning. This is after the opening of a 2-day International Crime Cooperation workshop on extradition and mutual legal assistance request between Pacific Islands that is held here in Nuku'alofa. Sin Latu tells you more.
The Attorney General Neil Ansett says that the workshop deals with legal assistance matters that law officers can provide.
What that's about is so much of crime and activities now are crossing borders. It's no longer just within Tonga that we need to worry about things. And when you cross borders, you need to cooperate with other countries. For instance, the Solomon Islands might have a criminal who's committed a crime there and who's fled to Tonga. How do you get him back? That's what extradition's all about, and there's a lot of diplomatic processes involved, a lot of cooperation between governments. So that's what this workshop is, to get people together and in a practical way to work out how do we solve this, how do we solve problems like criminals operating in all jurisdictions, perhaps bad banks who are laundering money and committing crimes right across the Pacific and the world. It's too much for one country to deal with, and it's too complicated.
The Attorney General says this is when cooperation and working together is vital to help tackle crimes and illegal activities across the borders. He says they are prepared to tackle such problems if it ever occurs in the kingdom.
Well, we're more getting prepared for it. because it hasn't really hit home. The possibilities are there. As we've got a higher speed internet now working, we need to be concerned about internet crime and about people trying to use the internet to steal money from people in Tonga and to have scams going on.
The program is attended by legal practitioners from the region and local related stakeholders. Mr. Adsed also says that the workshop is timely and convenient as Tonga will be hosting the Pacific Islands Law Officers Network meeting next week. One of the issues on the agenda for the Pilon meeting is bringing home international laws. The Pilon meeting will involve law officers from the region. For Television Tonga News, I'm Sinilato.
Women are playing a vital role in a society and they should be acknowledged. This was the highlight of this morning's program to commemorate the United Nations Resolution 1325 13th anniversary. Anasi Falikano was there and found this report.
The UN Resolution Council 1325's objective is to enlighten the security and the safety of women and to reduce domestic violence against them. Present at the program was the Director of Education and Training, Emily Povalo. She stresses the roles of women in the societies, despite many of their success has never been acknowledged. We have to talk about the women's success in all forms of gathering because it is our duty to do so. A mother would die for her children. That shows how brave they are. Not only that, but they also feel responsible for their family's safety if a disaster occurs. Meanwhile, President of the Ma'afafinemwe Family Centre, Betty Blake, told Radio and Television Tonga that women are facing difficult times, but they are doing programs to help to reach out their voices as part of their awareness program for women in Tonga. Women should take part in the government's policy formation. We feel that majority of the women in Tonga are capable of many things, but those experience and skills were being kept hidden and never used because they've never given a chance. Tonga became a member of this program after the 1611 riot. Participants were representatives from the stakeholders and others. For Television Tonga News, I am Manasiu Falekaono.
A 36-year-old man from Tunguhapai passed away this Monday after committing suicide. According to the Chief Police Inspector of Hapai, Agustino Peleki, the incident occurred on the 28th of this month. Reporter identifies that there was a misunderstanding between a deceased and his partner, leading to the cause of his death. Inspector Peleki says that the 36-year-old was found helpless at their home before rushed to the Ha'afewa Health Centre, but later died. A post-mortem was carried out later that day and suicide was confirmed to be the cause of the death. Police investigation into the matter continues. Tonga, Palau and Vanuatu are among the Pacific region's top performers when it comes to implementing business reforms over the last year. This is according to the World Bank Group's annual report measuring the ease of doing business in 189 economies across the globe. Understanding regulations for small and medium-sized enterprises finds that Tonga established private credit bureaus to improve access to finance. IFC is working with a number of Pacific governments on projects that will help improve their investment climate and make it easier to do business across the Asia-Pacific region. The Doing Business report finds that since 2005, 24 of 25 economies have made their regulatory environment more business-friendly. Among the region's economies, China made the greatest progress during their time in improving business regulation for local entrepreneurs. The Abanolo Technical College was this morning fortunate to receive a donation from the Government of New Zealand. It includes equipment for the refurbishment of a new kitchen at the premises and providing desks and chairs for classrooms. Anasi Falikano reports.
Father Ludovico Finau blessed the donation to the school, hoping it will benefit the students. Speaking to Radio and Television Tonga News, the principal, Sister Keaoma Finau, says this donation will cater for some of their most pressing needs. This donation helps the students with their studies. It also gives us the opportunity to prepare them for their work experience inside and outside the classroom. During the special program, certificates were awarded to students and teachers who participated in the business workshop conducted by the Westpac Bank of Tonga and a first aid workshop led by the Tonga Red Cross Society. It is very important for students to learn about first aid. This is because it enables them to save a life at any time. New Zealand's donation to the school was to the tune of more than 7,000 pa'anga.
And that's the local news. Here's the latest from around the region.